being a toxic man is going to attract trash women. You could not believe this. You could say this is beta, right? You could repeat what your favorite fake ass alpha male said, right? On these spaces. You could repeat all of that stuff and regurgitate what you saw on a video. But the truth of the matter is that's what you're gonna attract, because life is a mirror of yourself. Okay, whatever you feel internally, whatever you are, is external. You're gonna see a mirror reflection of it. So if you're a toxic guy, do you really think you're gonna attract a quality woman? And this video was, I've been saying this, but it was a video inspired by Hamza, right? You guys know who Hamza is, the YouTuber with the bathrobe, right? We all know who this is. If you're in the manosphere, he made a video called "Why Women Love Toxic Men," right? Or "Women Love Toxic Men." One of those titles, and he was talking about the same exact thing. And I couldn't agree with it more. Like I said, I've touched on this slightly in the past before this video was even made, because fellas, trust me, I've talked about this before. And I made a podcast about how players, right? How, men were sold this lie about being a player. And even some of these guys on these spaces, they'll encourage you to be this so-called player, right? They're encouraging you to be this so-called player. And they never say a player's fate when he's older. Because when you're in this lifestyle, when you're in this type of low vibrational, toxic, low frequency lifestyle, that is exactly what you are going to attract. Your life is going to be very low vibrational. They say nice guys finish last and stuff like that. Y'all, you're taking advice from men that have been scorned and that are bitter, and that, quite frankly, let a bad situation or a couple of bad situations turn them into somebody that they don't even like, right? Being toxic, being this man that has low integrity, low value, okay, low standards, low morals, it is going to get you a female that is of equal caliber. Because the thing about it is, unfortunately, the main thing that gets attention is negativity, right? And let's just be quite frank. I'm going to be quite honest with y'all, and I'm just going to say it. The most common type of female out here, the modern female, right, as they would like to call it, unfortunately, are fatherless, damaged women. Controversial, extremely. True, extremely. Not saying that all of them turn out bad, okay? Not saying that whatsoever, but we got to talk about it, right? Even the men, even the toxic males, fatherless. They had no kind of solid structure, right? And this is not an excuse, okay? This is not an excuse. But when you act in a certain type of way, when you carry yourself in a certain manner, when you're involved in a certain type of lifestyle, excessive alcohol, any kind of drugs, hanging out late at night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the bars, associating with people who do that type of stuff, that is exactly what you're going to attract. And is it easier to get involved in them type of crowds? Oh yeah, I would say the majority of people are that type of crowd in some form or fashion, right? I'm not telling you I'm perfect. Not saying I'm perfect. Let's just be honest though. Most of the population are so intoxicated most of the times, are so in their lower state, so in their lower vibration. All they think about is when the next hookup is what these guys, these red pillars are teaching you to spin plates and all this low vibrational shit. If you have a girl, cheat on her. If you have a girl, treat her like trash. Bro, the only type of chicks that are gonna deal with that are low class chicks. Because a high quality woman, right, that was raised in a good household, once again, not very often these days. Admittedly, I'm not gonna sit here and act naive, okay? But those type of women are not gonna settle for that shit. Are not gonna settle for that nonsense. You cheating, right? And it's crazy because some of these red pill channels, they encourage you to cheat, which is disturbing. Disturbing on all levels, bro. Because the way I see it, if men have no integrity, then after it's the women are, I can only imagine how women are gonna react, right? Because believe it or not, a lot of these spaces like to blame women and shit. A lot of these toxic chicks were made from these pieces of shit type of dudes, okay? And not taking away any blame. Once again, I'm not taking away blame. We're all grown. The female has to be accountable for her damn self too. She just can't go blaming, oh, my ex did this to me. He was narcissistic, so now I'm just a low quality chick with no integrity. No, we all go through bad stuff. It's just, if you choose to make you a bad person, I promise you, your life is gonna end up on a bad trajectory. And you guys worship these content creators so much, right? And hey, maybe you even watch me religiously. Shout out to my guys who watch me religiously. I'm gonna tell you this. These guys are fucking miserable. These guys will go to sleep at night so in need of female validation, right? Because they're constantly, I gotta spin plates. I have to spin plates. I have to be a toxic male. Right? I gotta act toxic. They be going to sleep miserable as hell because they're looking for, they don't have a fulfilling relationship. They have no fulfilling life. They don't have any kind of legacy, right? All they think about is their next hit of alcohol, drugs, women, all those low vibrational activities. And it's crazy because a lot of them are like, oh, here's a step-by-step guide to becoming a better man, and you shouldn't worry about women and stuff. And it's crazy because their whole life revolves around low vibrational cat chasing. Let me put it to you like that. When you make videos talking about how to manipulate women and stuff, like, trust me, it's gonna work in the beginning, right? It might work does it work in the beginning? Absolutely. Right? I've done it before. I've done the tactics. Okay? I've done the tactics. Never go, in the long run, both parties are left empty shells. Both parties are left depressed. Both parties are left in a state of loneliness. And nobody fucking wins. The female loses and the male loses. Right? Both parties take an L. And they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that part. They're just gonna give you the small glamorous part. The little tiny detail of, oh, you're gonna get a woman. What kind of woman though? What kind of chick are you gonna get? They say females are attracted to toxic men. Yeah, the trash ones. Right? But that's, I guess the reason that those videos are so popular is because that's the majority of people nowadays. Right? No one really talks about living a life of gratitude, right? Thanking the Lord, thanking whoever for just being alive, you know, opening your eyes to more higher vibrational type of shit. And I know I talk about attraction a lot. You guys are actually know, and see, the videos I make that aren't talking about that shit, you know, they get low views. You know, and I guess it's kind of my fault because I started this channel off on that theme. I was in my lower vibration. I was on that, I gotta spin plates and all that bullshit. I gotta be disrespectful to female. Bro, when you're a solid dude, when you are a solid man that knows himself, that is grateful for what he has, you don't have to do all of that. You don't have to do all those manipulation, and because you know yourself. And a female is going to see the truth. And what's going to happen is you're going to drive away chicks that aren't meant for you. You know how they say, oh, nice guys finish last and stuff. No, they don't. Right? I'm not telling you to be a pushover. Okay? I'm not telling you to be a pushover. And when I say nice, I'm not referring to the simp. Okay? I guess they should change it to simps finish last. Right? But a guy that's well-rounded, a solid dude, who tries, who does good for the most part, who handles his business, is steady trying to improve his life, career, business, fitness, mind, mental. Okay, I need to start talking more about mental. But that type of guy, he's gonna deter trash broads. So he's not on here making 200 videos straight talking about be a toxic male and females ain't shit and stuff, because he's on the right path. And the world, the universe rewards you for that. Anyway, with that being said, man, I hope y'all liked the video. Peace.